Something has changed in the world. Wars are breaking out, treaties are collapsing, and the very organization built to prevent another world war, the United Nations Security Council, seems unable to stop any of it, from Gaza to Ukraine, from Sudan to Yemen. The Council's resolutions are ignored, its members divided, and its authority questioned. So the big question is global peace out of control? And if the UN Security Council is losing its grip, what happens next? In the past 2 years, more than 50 armed conflicts have erupted or escalated around the world, the highest number since the Cold War. Yet, the Security Council, the body meant to maintain international peace, has failed to pass unified resolutions on most of them. Why? Because its structure reflects a world order that no longer exists. 5 nations, the United States, Russia, China, France, and the United Kingdom, hold permanent seats and veto power. That system was designed in 1945, right after World War II, when these powers represented the victors. But today's world looks nothing like that. Take Ukraine. Russia's invasion triggered the largest war in Europe since 1945. The Council tried to act, but Moscow, being a permanent member, used its veto to block every resolution against itself in Gaza. The United States repeatedly vetoed ceasefire resolutions that didn't align with its stance. The result: paralysis. The Council has turned into a diplomatic courtroom, where the most powerful nations judge their own cases. This gridlock isn't just about war. It's about influence. Countries like India, Brazil, South Africa, and Indonesia, nations with massive populations and growing economies, have no permanent seat. Meanwhile, Europe has 2. Africa and Latin America have none. The UN Security Council now looks less like a global peacekeeper and more like an exclusive club. Stuck in the past, when the Council fails to act, others step in. Regional powers start building their own alliances. The BRICS group has expanded and now talks openly about reshaping global governance. The African Union and ASEAN are pushing for new representation. Even middle powers like Turkey and Indonesia are mediating conflicts once handled by the UN. The center of diplomacy is shifting, quietly but surely. The problem is, there's no referee anymore. Without a functioning Security Council, international law becomes a matter of interpretation. Sanctions, interventions, and humanitarian actions all depend on who supports whom. Look at Syria, Myanmar, or Sudan. Years of resolutions, but little real change. The system built to enforce peace now struggles even to define it. But why is reform so hard? Because none of the 5 permanent members want to lose their veto. Every attempt to expand or reform the Council, from Kofi Annan's proposals in the early 2000s to the G4 initiative led by India, Germany, Japan, and Brazil, has been quietly buried under disagreement. Everyone wants reform, as long as it doesn't threaten their power. Still, cracks are showing. The UN General Assembly, usually symbolic, has started stepping into the vacuum, passing non-binding resolutions when the Council is deadlocked. Regional organizations are gaining influence. Global governance is decentralizing, breaking into smaller, regional systems of power. So, is the UN Security Council powerless now? Not completely. It still controls key sanctions, peacekeeping missions, and global legitimacy. But its authority is fading fast. As great powers clash and new ones rise, the Council is no longer the guardian of peace. It is a mirror of the world's divisions. The truth is, the world has changed, but the system hasn't. The wars of today are not fought between empires. They're fought within states, through economies, and in cyberspace. Yet we're still trying to manage them with institutions designed for 1945. And that's the danger. Because when old systems fail, new powers don't wait, they move in. Whether that makes the world more balanced or more chaotic, then it's a story still being written. So maybe the question isn't just whether the UN Security Council is powerless. It's whether the world can still agree on what peace even means.